The Boy and the Whispering Forest. In a small village nestled between rolling hills and a shimmering lake, there lived a young boy named Lucas. Lucas was a curious child with bright green eyes that sparkled like dew on emerald leaves. Every morning, he would wake to the soft glow of the sunrise, eager to explore the world around him. One warm, golden afternoon, Lucas decided to venture deeper into the whispering forest than he ever had before. The forest was named for the way the leaves rustled secrets to the wind, and it was filled with ancient trees whose branches stretched up to tickle the sky. As Lucas wandered along the moss-covered path, he hummed a cheerful tune. The sun peeked through the canopy, painting dappled patterns on the forest floor. Suddenly, he heard a gentle rustling behind him. "Who's there?" Lucas called out softly, his voice barely louder than the whispering leaves. From behind an old oak tree peeked a small, fluffy rabbit with fur as white as freshly fallen snow. Its pink nose twitched as it eyed Lucas curiously. "Hello there," Lucas said with a warm smile. "I'm Lucas." "What's your name?" The rabbit hopped closer and gazed up at him with round, inquisitive eyes. "My name is Thistle," she replied in a voice as soft as a feather floating on the breeze. Lucas's eyes widened in surprise. "You can talk?" Thistle wriggled her nose. "Of course I can. In the whispering forest, all creatures can speak if you listen closely enough." "That's amazing," Lucas exclaimed, his face lighting up with excitement. "I've never talked to an animal before." Thistle giggled. "Well, perhaps you've never listened closely enough." Just then, the branches above rustled, and a wise old owl fluttered down to perch on a low branch. "Good afternoon, Lucas," the owl hooted gently. "I am Orion. It's a pleasure to finally meet the boy who hums such happy tunes." Lucas beamed up at Orion. "It's wonderful to meet you too, Orion. This forest is full of surprises." Orion nodded sagely. "Indeed it is. The whispering forest holds many secrets and wonders for those with kind hearts and open minds." Thistle hopped in a small circle. "Would you like to join us on an adventure, Lucas? We're on our way to the Meadow of Memories." "The Meadow of Memories?" Lucas asked with a tilt of his head. "That sounds enchanting." "It's a special place," Orion explained, his golden eyes gleaming. "A place where the past and present dance together in harmony." Lucas felt a warm glow in his chest. "I'd love to come along." As they walked deeper into the forest, the trio chatted merrily. They passed beneath archways of intertwining branches that seemed to form welcoming arms. Sunbeams filtered through the leaves, casting a gentle light that made everything feel magical. "So, Lucas," Thistle began with a playful hop, "what brings you to our forest today?" "I was just curious," he replied thoughtfully. "I love exploring and learning new things. Every day feels like an adventure waiting to happen." Orion ruffled his feathers appreciatively. "Curiosity is a fine trait. It leads to wisdom and understanding." They soon arrived at a clearing where wildflowers swayed in the soft breeze. The Meadow of Memories stretched out before them like a sea of colors, each blossom glowing with its own light. "Wow," Lucas whispered, his eyes wide with wonder. "It's the most beautiful place I've ever seen." "Look closely," Thistle encouraged, nudging his leg gently. As Lucas gazed across the meadow, he began to see faint images swirling above the flowers, memories of days gone by. He saw children laughing and playing, families picnicking under the shade of willow trees, and animals frolicking freely. "This meadow holds the memories of all who have visited the forest," Orion explained softly. "It's a place to reflect and appreciate the joys that connect us all." Lucas felt a peacefulness wash over him. "It's incredible. I can feel the happiness and love in each memory." Thistle nodded. "And now your memories will become part of the meadow too." They sat together on the soft grass, sharing stories and laughter as the afternoon sun began its descent. Lucas told them about his village, his family, and his dreams of exploring beyond the hills someday. "You have a kind heart, Lucas," Orion said kindly. "Always keep your sense of wonder, and it will guide you well." As the sky painted itself with hues of pink and gold, Lucas realized it was time to head home. "I should be getting back before it gets dark," he said, a hint of sadness in his voice. Thistle hopped up and nudged his hand. "We'll walk you back to the edge of the forest." "Thank you," Lucas replied gratefully. "I've had such a wonderful time with you both." They made their way back along the winding path, the forest now bathed in the soft glow of twilight. The sounds of evening filled the air, the gentle hoot of distant owls, the rustling of creatures settling in for the night. As they reached the forest's edge, Lucas turned to his new friends. "Will I see you again?" "Of course," Thistle said with a bright smile. "The whispering forest is always here for those who seek it. It's magic." Orion nodded. "And remember, Lucas, the kindness you show others is like a light that guides your way." Lucas hugged Thistle gently and waved up at Orion. "Thank you both for everything." "Good night, Lucas," they replied in unison, their voices soothing as a lullaby. Walking back to his village under the canopy of stars, Lucas felt a deep contentment. The lanterns in the village glowed softly, welcoming him home. As he entered his cozy house, his mother greeted him with a warm hug. "There you are, Lucas. I was starting to worry." "I'm sorry, Mama," he said softly. "I was exploring the forest and lost track of time." She smiled, brushing a stray leaf from his hair. "As long as you're safe." "Did you have a good time?" "The best," he replied, his eyes shining. "I made new friends and saw the most amazing things." "Well, you'll have to tell me all about it tomorrow," she said, guiding him towards his bedroom. "But now it's time for bed." Lucas changed into his pajamas and climbed into his cozy bed, the blankets soft and warm around him. As he closed his eyes, he could still hear the gentle whispers of the forest and the soft giggle of Thistle. Just before sleep embraced him, he whispered to himself, "Tomorrow is a new adventure." And with that happy thought, Lucas drifted off into peaceful dreams, filled with talking animals and magical meadows. The end.